if you remember, we were helping Jared's parents renovate their very cool little fifth wheel that they bought. Jared's parents are itching to get out there on the road, so they're coming down for a visit, and then they're going to take the trailer back up with them to finish up, hopefully the last little bits up at their house. But they like having projects around, so it'll be hopefully not much more to do on.
I take your order, please.
In building with earth bags, we discovered our family thrived creatively and grew stronger by working side by side. We welcome you to be a part of our family for this week's adventure.
Alright, we got some cabs to do. Carolyn and I are going to tackle the cabinets in this cute little trailer. Get some cleaning going on so we can feel like we can move in here. Before we get into the paint, we've got to prep them. There's a lot of these patches that are all over on the cabinets. These two when we're ready.
Okay, great. So we could, Tim says we could just try to fill that up like we did that one.
Okay.
So I'll try to continue sanding.
So what we're gonna do is work extra hard on trying to make those as invisible as possible, because some of them are
Pretty
nice
close.
and they're good. They just need some work on them.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, so we do have a couple of places that we tried to patch up or were patched previously that we got made a little bit better. Hopefully we'll see how paint does on top of them. This one is a little bit more gnarly. What the person was doing before us is they were actually taking cardboard and putting it in there, which is kind of an interesting decision, but it maybe might work for this one. It does have a bump on the way out, but it may not be noticeable. I don't know, we're gonna see. But we've just been filling in holes for the last like hour or two, and now we're gonna get painting. We went through and took off all of the cabinet doors, just like what we did with Jared and I's trailer, because it's a little bit easier to sand them and paint them without all the hardware on them and having them on the doors itself. I don't know about you, but I have a difficult time navigating around the various hardware on cabinets. So it's a good way to do this. Plus, we're gonna paint the hardware black, so that would be quite the feat to leave them on there. It's really fun to get to know Jared's parents a little bit better. We, of course, Jared in common, but we haven't had a lot of opportunities to just, I don't know, relax and get to know one another. And
Giving us an excuse to hang out and work alongside each other.
yeah, because they do live pretty far away, so it's kind of fun when they come down or we go up to see them. So this project has been really special because it's allowed us to, for me specifically, because obviously you know your parents, but for me to really get to know Tim and Carolyn. They're delightful people and a lot of fun to hang out around. We're getting the doors done.
It's a big difference from one side to the other.
I know. A little bit of... Where do we ought to put our...
Paint that?
Can you lay it across here?
For Jared's birthday, we went in on this mobile toolbox thing that you've been wanting.
Are you willing to
Risk your biscuit.
Should be fine.
You've been taking very good care of this thing. It's just like your baby. So I was very...
Maybe $2.
I was very surprised when you chivalrously let us use it for our paint resting place. I don't think we got any paint on it.
No, fortunately.
Yeah, so we did good, but it was very nice of you to
Thank
let us use your box in that way. It's very nice.
Thank you. Now, don't be aggressive when you're rolling, and you should be fine.
Don't be aggressive when you're rolling. I'm sorry.
Like dipping the roller.
These are not words that I understand. So funny, we watched that. What's that guy's name?
Dank pods or
Dank Pods, that's right. Okay, and the guy's a drummer. And most of the time, all you see is his hands as he's reviewing various products. And you can absolutely tell he's a drummer because of how he moves his hands. And I'm like, that's me. I do that. It must be a drummer thing.
Is there any way you could scoot that down a little bit?
No, I need all the space and a little bit more.
Okay.
I must have it. It's necessary.
Must.
The trailer needs a fridge, and so my dad did all of this research on particular types and figured out exactly what he wanted. He had it shipped to us, and so we received it, and it's been sitting under the tongue of the trailer for the past few months.
We haven't put the refrigerator in there because it's a small space and we don't have room for it and be able to also work in there. So we haven't put it in there, and that is important to know because of what's coming next.
When my parents got here, my dad and I decided to go take a look at the refrigerator and pop it open and see what we're looking at. Turns out that the thing was bigger than expected, or our doors were smaller than expected. I think the door was 3 inches smaller than the refrigerator. For whatever reason, RV companies do not make fridges that fit through their doors. So we have to take the window out.
And we're still an inch, even with the window, like the width and everything, it's still not technically wide enough,
right?
But we're praying. Yeah, and you guys are like, no biggie. We'll just pop open one of the windows and we'll shove it through one of the windows, which sounds like a biggie to me, but they're like, yeah, no biggie. I was like, wow, okay, cool.
No, wait, not that window.
Whoa.
There we go. Turns out it was bigger than the window.
I thought it was 22.
Now what is it?
It's actually almost closer to 24. The next line of thought is, well, maybe you can take the refrigerator apart, and that seems kind of scary.
Can you put it through the ceiling anywhere? There's no like skylight or something that large, cooler, possibly? Nope.
Gonna work,
You wouldn't want to cut this window out open further, would you? And then put it back in there.
But then Bryson, he gets looking at it and he's like, no, I think you guys could do it. Your dad gets looking at it. Like, okay, so that is what you ended up doing.
So we figured out this distance will fit through the window. We just have to take all the coils off, which is exciting at the very least. We ended up taking all the coils and electrical parts off of the back of it.
Took the back off. That was the plan, huh?
Yeah.
See if we can't get this sucker in there with the back off. Wow, all right. No way! No way! That was so easy! Look at how much clearance you got on that now. Whoa!
And it just slid right in through the window. Thank goodness.
Oh my goodness, I can't even
It felt
believe
so good
it.
to get that in there.
Yeah, I think that was probably one of the most satisfying events on the trailer so far. Who knew that refrigerators on RVs could be such a challenge? Unbelievable.
Now we gotta put it back together.
Yep, back together again. We getting ready to do this in here, huh?
Yep.
Whoa.
Can sand it down and we'll paint.
Nice. We still have a little bit of time after we finish the cabinets to do a little more work. So Carolyn's been interested to see what our paint decisions are going to look like in that bathroom, which is an interesting shade of pink. So we go ahead and start focusing in there and painting in there, getting as much done as we can. happy little trailer. We'll see you in a little bit. We are so looking forward to seeing where Tim and Carolyn take this trailer, both in its looks and also in the places that they actually go with it, right? We've done a lot of the back end work. You've worked really hard on the roof, getting all the seams taken care of. So hopefully that part of it's done. And we've also started in on the cosmetic part of it, so there's hopefully not too much to do in there. I know that Tim works with wood and he really enjoys that process. Yeah. So I don't know, I'm just really excited to see what they do in there. Got a good chunk done. Now Jared's parents are gonna take it and finish it up.
Finish it up.
We've got they've got to get that there. They're going to completely redo this. Yep. And paint walls, I think. They have graciously agreed to give us updates as they go, so we'll of course be sharing those with you. We're super excited for them, and we can't wait to see that thing brand spanking new with a new life and its restoration and remodel and back on the road again. We so appreciate you watching. In case you didn't know, because I know we mentioned this at the end of every video, but we have a little t-shirt shop. We actually just a couple weeks ago put in a new t-shirt design, which is excellent. So if you haven't seen that or checked that out yet, the link to that will be down in the description. Of course, we have other designs as well. We're always wearing them around here. So we are not going to have a podcast this Monday because we're actually out visiting a cousin who is getting married. But we will see you on Friday for another weekly peek. We sure appreciate you being a part of our family, and we look forward to hanging out with you more on Friday. Bye.
Thank you.
You've got to see this. This is amazing. Look at this. They're eating Mom's beautiful sunflower.
Rude.
Look at all of these. These are like, they're like sucking on the bone marrow over here. But they're just eating it like it's candy.
The heck anyway.
Unacceptable. Look at that.
Our family moved from the city to the country. Thanks for taking part in our adventure. We have new videos every Friday evening. If you would like to help us out, you can like this video, share it, subscribe, or support us on Patreon. See the links in the description.
This is algae from my aquaponics. So it also looks like a creepy spider web.
It does. It does. It looks like a creepy spider web. You're absolutely right.
Put it somewhere.
It smells like a dank
You should
pond.
hang it across the doorway.
Yes,
so
it smells
when,
like a pond.
So when Mom and Dad come back, they'll just like...
With a magnet. New magnets.
Bryson with Halloween decorations.
I'm gonna do that.
That is hilarious.